Shalom of Christ, Officer Yedaya. What's your name, sis?
Christina.
Christina. Now, Christina, a lot is going on right here in the world. Now, I want to get your thoughts on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Do you think that they're going to help better the situation of our people?
I don't think so. I think that they're the lesser of two evils as far as what we just had, the administration that we just had. But I don't think that they're going to be able to follow up with the things that they promised us as they were running. So,
Okay.
not for real.
Okay. What's your thoughts on Kamala Harris? Because you know it's a lot of controversy with her. You know that some reports are saying she's a sister, but you know if you look at early recounts of her, especially when she became a senator, she was saying that she was East Indian. In your opinion, do you think Kamala's a black woman, a sister?
I mean, technically, yeah, she's half, but she's not.
She's not for us.
You have to look at this. If you love your people like you say you love your people, you would marry one of your people. I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with that, but I just feel like,
That's an interesting point, though. Do you feel as though that you can be pro-black and date outside of that? Because, you know, a lot of people say that. Do you think so?
I don't think so. Because how? How do you say that you love something so much and you're willing to die for it or live for it, but you're not willing to live with it forever? Mm-hmm. How does that make sense?
No, I agree. That was excellent. I definitely agree. Now, all right. Now, next thing is, you know, a lot of people are, understand that Martin Luther King Day recently passed. And, you know, a lot of our people believe, and celebrate him and his birthday. Now, my question is, do you think Martin Luther King did good to our people or harmed us? Because there was a quote where he said that he felt that he integrated his people on a burning house. And I know you see everything that's going on with the Capitol, Donald Trump, and, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Do you think he was right?
That's a tough one. I feel like he was right in a sense, but also he had his own agendas that he had to work out with other people. So I feel half and half about it.
Okay. You got anything, Nicole? You want to ask?
I do have a question for you, sister. You familiar with Instagram, right?
I am, yes.
All right, so you see the conditions and the times that we're in right now. How do you feel about the Busset Challenge that has been going viral?
I love it, but I couldn't help but thinking when I first saw it that a lot of women don't feel like they're their best selves without the makeup and the long hair. So that's why you see a lot of the women transition into lesser clothes with the long hair and the makeup. They don't feel like they look as good as they do in their natural states as they do, without the makeup and stuff. So I like it. I like looking at it, but I feel like women, especially us, we should be comfortable and confident, feeling like you're looking good with your natural hair and without makeup and stuff.
All right, and one more question. The piggyback on what you were just saying. Like I said, the times that we in right now, as you see, blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, we at the low town bottom. The household is destroyed.
Yeah.
Our enemies, is putting foots on our necks and making us, we just on the chopping block right now.
Yeah.
Do you think that a Busset Challenge is appropriate?
Like to progress us?
Is it appropriate?
Is the Busset Challenge like appropriate for like the state that we in? Do you feel like it helps?
Yeah, should black women, Hispanic, Native Americans should be doing the Busset Challenge?
And if I could add too, like if you don't mind, sister, to get your opinions too. Do you feel as though the Busset, to simplify it, do you think that the Busset Challenge empowers you? Do you feel empowered by doing that, or do you think it's just something that's trendy?
I'm not on IG, so I wouldn't be the one to
Or
answer.
TikTok.
I would say it degrades us more because because you got to think, black women they're the most educated in the United States currently, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So being that you see a lot of black women or Hispanic women, Native American minorities trying to build us up out of the trap of like the mindset of white people have us already, and then we're on the internet busting it. We're not busting it with checks. We busting and shaking our ass, but we're already known to shake our ass and have titties, have ass, have nose, and basically it's like the slave culture of the mind that we're still the mistress of the slave owner, and that's the Busset Challenge.
Right, and if I could, here in the ISUBK, man, our main goal is to fix black, Hispanic, Native American homes. It's statistical that a black family would not stick together after the baby's birth. So that's why we asking it, because we want to get you guys' opinions, and your answers was so good.
Right.
Because we really trying to we working hard to fix these
But
black
it also
homes.
starts in the education system.
I agree.
So you have to think, if it's not in the household, the kids should be able to go to school and understand the culture of what they're living in. But when they're brainwashed into thinking like, oh, this is the one way that I have to live,
Mm-hmm.
instead of it relating to their culture, that's how they become divided.
Right.
Yeah, I see it every day in the school.
Hey,
I agree. I agree. And if I can add, though, how do you feel about, the statistics now about, other families and other minorities like, whites and Asians, and the Polynesians, and how they have two-parent households, and how our numbers have significantly dropped since the 1960s?
But-
Do you feel as though it's essential to have both parents in the home?
Of course, I think in both value, because you have to think like your dad teaches you one thing and your mom teaches you another thing.
True.
And it's kind of hard seeing that your mom is carrying the weight of trying to learn things that your dad should help you with or develop you with.
I agree.
And then, but you have to also think too, like we live in a systematic racist world, so if you're a young man growing up in the street and then they see that like, oh, well, we about to find a reason why to pull your dad over to take him off the street because they don't want us to procreate. Because you have to think, we're like a powerful nation. Why do you think they go to Africa to steal all the minerals and the gems and the gold and the silver and the bronze and the titanium and the cranium? It's because Africa is a very powerful state, and if we're brainwashed into that system, no, why would you want to have a too powerful household into creating? You have to think, like, Barack Obama's parents did well, his mom, but you have to look, Michelle Obama's parents did wonderful. And Michelle shaped Barack. So if you read her book, you would think, like, oh, Barack Obama, but it's really Michelle Obama that really held it down for